Welcome back, everyone. Today we're doing another test of the Lomi. So I've got a bunch of food scraps here. This is just kind of a mixture of all kinds of things I pulled out of the fridge. So got some pita bread in here, got some noodles, a couple of coffee filters with coffee grounds, got some eggshells, pieces of meat that I'll break up in a little bit smaller pieces, and yeah, leftover vegetables and things like that too. So I don't know how much of this will actually fit in the bucket, but we'll put as much in there as we can. I'm also connecting it, you can see right down there on the wall, to the power meter that I've used for other devices in the past. So, as is true for everything else, since this is going in my camper, I want to make sure that I know how much power it takes for a cycle, and make sure that I'm prepared for that. And just to give you an idea, these were 2 small batches that I did, but yeah, it turned out pretty good. Here's what we have so far. The coffee grounds definitely made for a darker compost than the combination that didn't have any coffee grounds in it. And there might have been some other things in there that were darkening it up as well, but definitely created a nice dry mix. Okay, open this up and start pouring, see what I can get out of this. Tear up these coffee filters a little bit. I know that it'll be able to break this up, but just to make it a little easier on it. There we go. I'm also going to see if I can break up these carrots a little bit, although they're probably not going to do that, are they? Okay, I know that it said if you're going to put hard stuff in here to make sure that you do break it up some, so I'm going to take these carrots out, cut them up, and put them back. I might leave one as is just to see what it can do. So let's take this one. I'm going to leave it right as it is, complete. Again, I just want to try to get an idea of what it's capable of. Eggshells. There's another carrot. Okay, still got my carrot in there for testing purposes. Alright. Now, pour the rest of this in there. I think it'll fit. There we go. Okay, carrots in the bucket. There's another carrot. Okay, I'm just going to pull the meat apart just a little bit. By rights, I don't know if this is even necessary. Like I said, I'm just going to try to make it kind of easy on it if I can. So this is also the first time that I'm running a full load out of this. In the camper, I don't expect I'll be doing it like that because I'm not planning on holding on to food scraps this long. But, there we go. Okay, there we are. Alright, so what I had in here does fit. Let me go wash my hands and get these carrots chopped up, and I'll put them in too. There we are. Just cut those up into smaller pieces, make them a little easier for it to work on. Okay, for idle, we're dealing with about 0.4 to 0.5 watts, and this is in this state. Let me drop my little accelerator in there. 100 milliliters of water, just kind of pour it over the top. There we go. There we are, and I'm going to use the middle section, so the Lomi setting. Turn it on, mixing. Alright, over here we have about 525, 530 watts. Yep. Right around 530 watts is what it's running. So the heater should be on and the mixing system should be active. So let me let this go for a while and I'll bring you back, let you see how things are going. We've been running for maybe about 10 minutes now. I think the heater's fully engaged. And looking down here, we're now running about 538 to 540 watts. So it looks like that's our max so far. Got about 50 watt hours so far into this. Well, we're working pretty good at the moment. The fans are on. There's definitely humid air coming out of the back of this. Filters are working great. There's really no smell to it at all. And the heater definitely cycles. So when it's just stirring, it's pulling only about 15 or 20 watts. And then when the heater's on, it's more in the range of 500 to about 530. But yeah, it's doing great. And I also don't hear the clunking inside from all of the more solid items I put in there. So hopefully that means that things are actually breaking down and it's doing its job. But when we get this done, I'll see if I can locate especially that full-size piece of carrot that I put in there and just see how it did. And we're complete, or at least I hope we are. Let's see what we have here. Well, that looks pretty good. Well, what do you think? That's not bad. And you know what? It's definitely dry. You know what I don't see in here? I do not see any carrot. So that means the little mini carrot that I threw in there, just as a test, it ate it. Not bad. Alright. So, here's our current bin. Let's go ahead and add to it, see where we stand. Okay, clean. I'm going to do a little touch-up work on this. I think for now we're good. Alright, so a full load pretty much doubled what I had there. But you can see, that's looking pretty good. It does have a little bit of a smell to it. I'm trying to think of what it smells like. Not regular compost, but it's not unpleasant, that's for sure. So yeah, that was a pretty good sized quantity of food scraps now turned into compost. So, power usage. This one used right at 1250 watt hours of power to run that full cycle. So it's not inefficient, and especially considering the product you get out of this, that's not bad at all. But definitely it wouldn't work very well on a small solar array. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I choose to run this camping. If every cycle takes the same amount of power, then it may be something where I choose to hold on to my food scraps in a sealed container for several days and only run this on a day when I've got a lot of sunlight. But yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Anyway, about 1250 watts, watt hours of total power used, and about 530 watts maximum for this particular device. And that was with the Lomi setting. There is an eco setting that I'm sure uses considerably less power, but it also doesn't produce quite the same degree of compost. So depending on what exactly you're after, if you're looking to just dry it out a little bit and create something you can easily throw away, then that's probably an option for you too. But that's what we got. I'll see you over the next horizon.